Former Alaska Governor Sarah Palin is claiming that there will be a civil war over Trump.
I think those who are conducting this travesty and creating this two-tier system of justice, I want to ask them, what the heck? Do you want us to be in civil war? Because that's what's going to happen. We're not going to keep putting up with this. And Eric, I like that you suggested that we need to get angry. We do need to rise up and take our country back.
We need to rise up and take our country back. This is, again, right after she said, you want a civil war? I mean, seems like she's calling for civil war here, okay? If, again, Donald Trump actually gets convicted. But here's the thing. We do not need to get angry. No, that's actually the last thing that you should do. Look, what people need to do is to look at the facts and look at the law, okay? And look, when you actually examine it, Donald Trump tried to overturn an election. That's it. He knew he did not win the election. He knew it. There wasn't any evidence to back him up. He had numerous ways to attempt to try to overturn the results. Look, he went through numerous court cases, recounts, pretty much every legal way to try to make the case like, hey, count all the votes, make sure, I want to see that, I have enough votes. And when the legal ways ended, that's when the illegal stuff came out. That's when you had the fake electors. It's when you had urging people to go to January 6th. When you had all that stuff, the Green Bay sweep, etc., and urging Mike Pence to not certify, pressuring officials like Brad Raffensperger in Georgia and other election officials, getting Giuliani to go down there and pressure these officials. Yeah, that's a fact. But you know what's funny about this? Republicans finally figured out that we have a two-tier justice system. I know, right? But, of course, when Republicans finally figure something out, it's because it happens to them. And like, oh, my God. And by the way, by them, I mean rich and powerful people. I'm not talking about the average person, the average working class person who happens to be a Republican. No, it could happen to them. It could happen to them at any time if they do crimes. Yes, the law is going to come after you if you do criminal stuff. But usually when a rich and powerful person does it, the law is a little bit more lenient for them. And so that is the two-tier justice system. Yes, you usually have rich and powerful people that get away with just about anything. I mean, you have CEOs of companies that have poisoned entire communities, with pollution. They get away with it. Not a problem. These companies and CEOs are never held accountable. Even if those companies end up having to pay massive fines, still just a part of doing business. That's the two-tier justice system that we have, or at least one example of it. I could go on to numerous examples involving, for example, black defendants, but it would take too much time to go and explain here, and I want to get back to making fun of Sarah Palin. Okay, so now, look, this system grudgingly decided to take action against Donald Trump. It's not like this was fast. They slow walked this. Well, not Fani Willis, by the way. She's, looking to have an October trial. So that's real quick. Hey, right to a speedy trial, right? And look, it's because, again, they have a lot of evidence that Donald Trump tried to steal a lawful election in such a brazen and ham-handed fashion. Honestly, you telling an election official to just, find me enough votes for me to win. I mean, that call was pretty damning, pretty bad. Ordering up slates of fake electors to forge documents saying that they are the real electors. And then using, of course, that to pressure the vice president into not certifying the election. And yet, by the way, in many cases, it still took them a long time to come around to charges. Because at the end of the day, it is no joke to go after a former president. This is not a light thing. Trump, you need a hell of a case to take on someone as powerful and influential as Donald Trump. And that's the reality. These are facts. Now, getting back to Palin, what she is doing is kind of dangerous. I mean, it kind of sounds like she wants to put gasoline on a fire.
I would say the RNC, though, that's what's lacking when it comes to collective anger that can be healthy and it can be useful. Where is the RNC? They hold the purse strings to the party. They hold the funds that could be helping out in this situation. They have the platform, and yet they're too timid. A bunch of freaking rhinos running the thing. So the RNC, they better get their stuff together, or I'll have to ask them too. What do they want as an outcome of this civil war?
You know, my first thought when I heard her actually talk about civil war, is she trying to take Tim Pool's spot? Because again, he's the guy who's been constantly talking about civil war, civil war, civil war. Hey, Sarah Palin, are you auditioning for Tim Pool's show? Look, this is as dangerous as it is dumb. Wait, do you think that the Republican Party, the enablers for Trump, the OG enablers, are not doing enough to support Donald Trump? Is that your argument?
Stupid. Stupid. You idiot.
Okay. Again, even the people who right now are criticizing Donald Trump, and there are Republican officials, there are Republicans out there that are criticizing Donald Trump. Okay. And we're, by the way, targets of Donald Trump. They're out there saying, well, you know, what he done, yes, we believe that what Donald Trump was wrong, and we believe in democracy and all that. But also, oh, if he becomes the nominee, of course we're going to vote for him. What? Wait, what? No, look, nearly all of his opponents on the debate stage raised their hand when asked if former President Trump is convicted in a court of law, convicted, would you still support him as your party's choice? And the only ones who did not raise their hand are Chris Christie and Asa Hutchinson. Okay, that's it. Former UN Ambassador Nikki Haley, South Carolina Senator Tim Scott, entrepreneur Vivek Ramaswamy, North Dakota Governor Doug Burgum, Florida Governor Ron DeSantis, and former Vice President Mike Pence all raised their hands. You know why?
Beta male.
That's what they are. That's what they are. And again, Mike Pence.
Mike Pence.
Okay, the guy that Trump nearly got hung by a mob of fans of his on January 6th. Was like, oh, well, I'll support him. And he's also like, well, I really just, we should just let the voters decide. The voters already decided, Mike. The voters already decided. And they said, no, we're going to vote for somebody else. And Trump would not accept that. That's why he's in trouble in the first place. Okay? He wouldn't accept that he had actually legally lost the election and tried to steal it. What do you guys not understand? No, it's not about not understanding. They understand it perfectly. Perfectly. And that gets to a level where you really have to start to wonder if it's not just about being stupid or ignorant, if it's just wanting power.